Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hazlet Holiday Inn. We're at the Smoke Banquet Hall. I'm here talking with Nick once again, and I was just thinking about all this cloud stuff. I mean, you hear about people breaking into cloud accounts, and you look at like the movie studio that got broken into a few years ago. How do we help protect those people?
Funny you mention that. We have a new product that we just are starting to roll out now. It's called Stay Secured for Saas. So pretty much it's a little bit of a twist on the same package that we offer for endpoints. Instead, it's for cloud services. So it takes the same monitoring that we expect from the EDR software and just lifts it up to the cloud. And so let's say if someone's account gets compromised, like the CEO of your company gets compromised, we'll immediately know. They'll immediately start working and start, blocking and logging and starting to analyze situations so we can make a plan to get that account back secure.
Yeah. So you said plan. I know we talked about this in the office a while ago, and I know that we have plans for our customers. That if something bad happens, what we want to do to protect them and ensure them. Do you want to maybe give some people out there some ideas of what they should be looking at and have in their back pocket for when this terrible thing happens?
So the best thing I can say about protecting your accounts in any type of cloud software is enable multi-factor authentication. That is probably the most important thing you can possibly do for literally any accounts you have on the internet. Having that second factor there will really add another layer of security on top of what you already have.
So that's kind of like the thing the banks are doing now.
Right.
You basically sign up your username and password, and then somehow or another they give you some other type of number that you have to type in to prove that it's really you.
Exactly.
That's kind of interesting, the fact that not everybody's doing that right now. I know I'm seeing it and I'm pushing it, and we harp on it on our customer, but some of them are kicking back and don't want to do it. And the consequences are really dire because, face it, if you got the small carpenter who doesn't really have much information, but you take an accountant where they have thousands of social security numbers, they need to be on something like that.
Absolutely.
Law firms, even if retail stores that take credit cards, you get into PCI information, it's the personal information of people, it needs to be protected. And the plan that I was originally referring to is what happens when you do get breached. I mean, there's so much we got to look at. I mean, everything from contacting your attorney, the FBI, and everything else to basically, protect you. And as an MSP, we got two things we got to deal with. We got trying to get our customer back online as soon as possible so they can continue to do their work. But we also got to look at preserving evidence so if there's a prosecution, there's something behind to prosecute. Any insight on that you want to throw out my way?
Well, we have another product that we offer called Perch, which is basically log aggregate, and it also has a 24/7, 365 support team behind it that is monitoring logs 24/7. So if that sort of event would occur, we have a detailed information log about everything that happens and what time exactly it happens. So let's say if someone gets compromised from a bad download link, the software would analyze and see what's exactly coming in and how we can stop it from happening.
That's pretty cool. I know the 365 guys that are out there working all the time. It's a great solution. It's something that we get to sleep at night and they're watching over our nest for us. Our last experience with that, how did that go?
Well, I think it was a very positive experience. I was out on the road that particular day, and the two people in our office were working on the other service tickets, but unfortunately one of our clients got compromised, and within a minute or so we had emergency service calls, emails, pretty much all forms of communication to let us know that, hey, something's happening, but we're on it already. So they let us know what they're doing, how they're proceeding, and how they're actually approaching to get rid of the actual issue and how they're going to resolve the compromise.
Right. And this particular client, it was just basically they clicked a bad link?
Yeah, pretty much, just normal everyday going through your work schedule and, read an email, click a link, and then, you don't know anything's happening, but something is actually happening in the background, and that's where the software comes in to let us know and let the SOC team know that, hey, we have a problem here.
And that's one of the things of the endpoint disconnect is that this endpoint is then disconnected from the network, and it basically stays isolated to the PC of origin and doesn't spread the entire network, compromise the servers, the data.
And we also have access to that isolated machine as well from the console. So in case we need to do anything crazy on it, like look for any files that we might need to recover or anything, we'll still have the ability to do that, and then get that compromised computer off the network entirely.
Okay, sounds like a good deal. Yeah. That was a good experience. We, basically it was a small little fire drill. No data was lost. Customers happy. The individual employee got shut down for a short time, but they got shut down instantly.
Right.
Not coming in the following morning and found out the whole network's corrupt.
Exactly, and that makes the big difference between EDR software and traditional antivirus.
Yeah. For those that don't know, tell me the difference between EDR software and antivirus.
So traditional antivirus uses what's called a manifest file. It downloads that file every day and kind of gets an update on what's out there, what's going around, and it has a rule set to say, hey, if we find this, just block it and then raise an alert. What EDR software does, it takes that same concept of downloading the file every day and analyzing the new threats out there, but also adding in machine learning and AI to it, so we can learn the behaviors of that software and see if we can put a stop to it before it actually starts spreading.
So basically, instead of the antivirus software, you kind of get a file, you save it, it realizes it's a bad file, and it quarantines it. This thing actually looks at what the machine's doing with the AI and say, hey, this is a bad process. We need to stop this. And then it alerts the NOC, and the NOC guys do what they got to do to shut it down and isolate and secure.
Right.
That's pretty cool what's happening.
Absolutely.
We got to be one up on the criminals because we make one mistake, it's bad, but if they make one mistake, they just try and try again.
Constant battle.
Yeah, you almost say we're at war with these people in some respects.
I'd say so, definitely. Yeah, it's every day. Every day, gotta be on your toes.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for being with us today, and we're here once again at the Smoke Banquet Hall at the Holiday Inn in Hazlet. Thank you.